Aggression and cooperation are two fundamental aspects of human behavior that have been studied extensively from various perspectives, including psychology, sociology, biology, and anthropology. From an evolutionary perspective, aggression and cooperation have been considered as adaptive strategies that have evolved over time to increase the survival and reproductive success of individuals and their kin. In this essay, we will explore the evolutionary analysis of aggression and cooperation and how they are interrelated. Aggression is generally defined as behavior that is intended to cause harm or injury to another individual. This behavior can take many forms, such as physical violence, verbal abuse, or social exclusion. Aggression has been observed in many species, including humans, and is often linked to competition for resources, mates, and social status. The evolutionary roots of aggression can be traced back to the concept of natural selection, where individuals who are better equipped to compete for resources and mates are more likely to survive and pass on their genes to future generations. In the context of human evolution, aggression has been linked to the concept of survival of the fittest, where individuals who are more aggressive and dominant are more likely to succeed in their endeavors. This idea is supported by studies of hunter-gatherer societies, where aggression and dominance are often valued traits in men, who are typically responsible for providing food and protection for their families and communities. However, it is important to note that aggression is not always a successful strategy, as it can lead to negative consequences, such as injury or death, as well as social ostracism. Cooperation, on the other hand, is generally defined as behavior that is intended to benefit another individual or group, even at a cost to oneself. Cooperation can take many forms, such as sharing resources, providing mutual aid, or engaging in collective action. Cooperation has been observed in many species, including humans, and is often linked to the concept of mutualism, where individuals who cooperate with others are more likely to receive benefits in return. In the context of human evolution, cooperation has been linked to the concept of kin selection, where individuals are more likely to cooperate with their kin, who share their genes, than with non-kin. This idea is supported by studies of hunter-gatherer societies, where cooperation and mutual aid are often valued traits in women, who are typically responsible for child-rearing and domestic work. However, cooperation is not always a successful strategy, as it can lead to exploitation by free-riders or competition from other groups. One of the key debates in evolutionary analysis is the relationship between aggression and cooperation. Some researchers argue that aggression and cooperation are opposing strategies, where individuals must choose between competing for resources and mates or cooperating with others to achieve common goals. This view is supported by studies of animal behavior, where aggression and cooperation are often observed in different contexts, such as territorial defense or group hunting. Other researchers argue that aggression and cooperation are complementary strategies, where individuals can use both strategies depending on the situation. This view is supported by studies of human behavior, where individuals often use both aggression and cooperation in their daily lives, depending on the social context and the goals they wish to achieve. For example, an individual may use aggression to establish dominance in a competitive situation, but may also use cooperation to achieve a shared goal with others. One theory that has been proposed to explain the relationship between aggression and cooperation is the social exchange theory, which suggests that individuals engage in social interactions to maximize their rewards and minimize their costs. According to this theory, individuals will use both aggression and cooperation depending on the perceived benefits and costs of each strategy. For example, an individual may use aggression to gain access to a resource that is in high demand, but may use cooperation to maintain social relationships and build trust with others. Another theory that has been proposed to explain the relationship between aggression and cooperation is the game theory, which uses mathematical models to analyze strategic decision-making in social interactions. In game theory, individuals are assumed to be rational actors who make decisions based on the expected outcomes of their actions. One of the most famous game theory models is the prisoner's dilemma, which illustrates the tension between individual and collective interests in a two-person game. In the prisoner's dilemma, both players are better off if they cooperate, but if one player defects, chooses to act aggressively, they will gain a higher payoff at the expense of the other player. The prisoner's dilemma has been used to explain why cooperation can be difficult to achieve in some situations, even when it is in the best interest of both parties. The evolutionary analysis of aggression and cooperation has important implications for understanding human behavior in modern society. In many contexts, such as politics, business, and sports, individuals must balance the competing demands of aggression and cooperation to achieve their goals. For example, a politician may use aggression to gain the upper hand in a debate, but may also need to cooperate with others to pass legislation. A business executive may use cooperation to build a successful team, but may also need to use aggression to outcompete rivals in the marketplace. A sports team may use aggression to intimidate opponents, but may also need to cooperate to execute successful plays. In conclusion, the evolutionary analysis of aggression and cooperation provides a valuable framework for understanding the complex interplay between these two fundamental aspects of human behavior. While aggression and cooperation may be seen as opposing strategies in some contexts, they are often used in complementary ways to achieve individual and collective goals. By understanding the evolutionary roots of aggression and cooperation, we can gain a deeper insight into the social and cultural factors that shape human behavior and the challenges we face in modern society.